Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely amazing news. Share this segment everywhere and hit subscribe right now to this channel. We're on our way to 200,000 subscribers. It's because of you. We're going to zoom past that number. Go to my website on hagoodman.com. You can see my writing in The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Roanoke Times, The Federalist, Daily Caller, a whole bunch of articles. You can see my 3 articles, 2 in the Daily Caller, 1 in the Times of Israel, on why President Trump should pardon Julian Assange. I believe it's coming, and I believe it's coming based on what James O'Keefe is a hero, and I've been saying this for a long time, but definitely for the past couple of months. O'Keefe just released, and Veritas just released a tapes of something that nobody ever imagined. Assange speaking to Hillary Clinton's State Department before the 250,000 cables were released. It's basically informing the State Department and State Department officials to please do something about this, because there was the potential for information to be released without redaction. And this is Edward Snowden. This is a couple hours ago. This extraordinary recording, which I had never heard before, confirms claims that WikiLeaks made for years, but its critics dismissed as lies. Well, number one, Assange did seek to minimize risks to individuals. Number two, bulk release of cables was forced, not intentional. So, quote, in case there are any individuals who haven't been informed, they should be informed. I'm changing the wording a little bit, just because of any algorithm issues that I think possibly could be, but on this channel. But you should go to Veritas, James O'Keefe right now. You should listen to the recordings. President Trump, number one, President Trump, I believe, is on his way to pardoning Julian Assange and hopefully Edward Snowden. Number two, they did not harm national security, okay? The Democrats actually did, with 4 years of blaming Russia for them cheating Bernie Sanders. There's zero evidence that Russia infiltrated the United States with Facebook ads. Do you understand how absurd the whole thing will sound to future generations? Do you understand? When nobody's going to even remember Facebook 20 years from now, and future generations will read, oh yeah, there was some kind of bizarre platform, this like one of the first social media platforms, I think it was like MySpace, where an actual political party, created these investigations to find out if ads on the internet influenced an election. I'm here to let future generations know they didn't. Not one Facebook ad influenced the 2016 election. That's absurd. And the DNC emails showed that Debbie Wasserman Schultz was cheating, and Democrats and Clinton were cheating Bernie Sanders, which is why Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. The DNC emails showed that Bernie was cheated. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign. Not one Facebook ad swung, and there's no evidence. So for the same people who say, well, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence that Facebook ads swung the election? Where's the evidence that Russia is even afraid of the Democratic Party or Clinton? Where's that evidence? What? Because Trump and Clinton had a different approach on NATO? This is the reason? This is not logic. Like, Democrats have a major problem with critical thinking skills. This is not logic or reason. So do establishment Republicans who back this. But everything that was published by Assange was then published by The Guardian, and then subsequently by the Washington Post and the New York Times and everyone else. So, are Washington Post and Guardian journalists next? Furthermore, Assange has never been accused of, nor has he been charged with, conspiring alongside Russian intelligence officials. Nobody has. Want to know why? Because the whole thing was made up. James Clapper's ODNI report comes with a warranty disclaimer. They're highly to moderately confident. John Brennan, under oath, stated, I don't do intelligence, I don't do evidence, I do intelligence. He doesn't do evidence. They definitely don't do evidence. None of what they do is evidence-based. It's all we think. You could look at the Bay of Pigs, Gulf of Tonkin, They didn't know that the fall of the Berlin Wall was going to take place 30 years ago, and we're still talking about the same things because Democrats needed to create this world where they're the new champions against tyranny, and they convinced millions upon millions of people that anyone that disagrees with them, from Tulsi Gabbard, I mean, they went after Tulsi Gabbard. Before Tulsi Gabbard, they went after Bernie Sanders for honeymooning in Russia. Clinton said Tulsi Gabbard was being groomed by the Russians. Then, of course, for the past 4 years, Trump was a Russian Manchurian candidate from the Kremlin. And then the dossier had compromise. And all of this nonsense, this so absurd. The dossier was complete nonsense and garbage. It was purchased by Clinton and Democrats. Alexander Downer had drinks with Papadopoulos that should never have been used as part of an investigation. It's his word versus Papadopoulos's. Why would you then look at this ambassador and say we're going to use this gossip and hearsay as actual basis of an investigation? And then the dossier was literally purchased, and then a third-party tech firm that was outsourced by Democrats, Company One, in the indictment of 18 Russian intelligence officials, is the only evidence they had to prove that the DNC was infiltrated by Russia. Why? To inform everyone that Bernie Sanders was cheated, but then if you say that Clinton cheated during 2016 in the primaries, they say, well, no, she just got more votes. And then they also say that the Russians tried to embarrass us. Embarrass us with what? So this is really interesting. Veritas.com. Project Veritas releases audio of Assange informing U.S. government of damage leak of classified information in case any individuals who haven't been informed that they should be informed. In case any individual... Okay, so WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. We have intelligence that the State Department database archive of 250,000 diplomatic cables is being spread around, and within the next few days, it will become public. Notice, by the way, that Chelsea Manning has already been essentially pardoned by President Obama. So why are they going after Assange? For retribution. They go after people for retribution. They don't care. They went after everyone linked to President Trump for, in the most malicious, not just petulant, they in the most nefarious way. They wanted revenge for losing. It had nothing to do with the rule of law. Democrats have trampled upon the rule of law for a long time, especially when Comey said that Clinton didn't intend to use servers outside of the United States government with top secret and special access program intelligence. The whole planet almost certainly hacked those servers. Even Comey alluded to that. Of course, he couldn't say that because it would have been too detrimental to Clinton's campaign. Michael Hayden, President Obama's top intelligence official and Bush's top intelligence official for a while, stated that he would lose respect for foreign intelligence agencies if everyone didn't have those emails. They were running on servers outside of the United States government. Then you have Caligula, Biden's son, who just leaves a laptop at a computer repair store with all these incriminating emails. Thank you for allowing us to meet your father. Wondering if you can offer any influence or offer advice on how you can use your influence on behalf of the company. These are 2014 and 2015 emails while Biden was sitting vice president. And so I truly think that President Trump is on his way to pardoning Julian Assange and hopefully very soon Edward Snowden. What's taken place with Assange has been one of the most egregious, unfair, disgusting, truly evil things that's ever been done to a human being who simply published material. He did not harm anyone. Not one person was ever harmed by anything Assange published. Do you want to know how everyone should know this? Because if there was one individual harmed in any specific way, that person's name would be remembered by every single Democrat. Oh, well, you know what happened to this person? It's because of Assange and everything. That never happened. On the contrary, Lynn Wood defended Nicholas Sandmann from the Washington Post, gained hopefully an enormous settlement, because the Washington Post tried to ruin the life of a young man. And so, I mean, the intimidation and the bullying and the doxing and the harming of individuals simply because either they're caught up in this public relations, web of deceit, or because they speak out against the establishment narrative, that's from the establishment left towards anyone they disagree with. They went after Bernie Sanders. The Washington Post wrote hit pieces on Bernie Sanders before they obsessed over Trump. It's not a matter of left-right when it comes to this issue in particular. I mean, it's not, let's put it this way, it's far left. It's not a matter of far left or conservative. It's a matter of the sensibilities of DC establishment people, whether it's Max Boot, Bill Kristol, or Hillary Clinton, or Jennifer Rubin at the Washington Post, whatever. You have Democrats and Republicans who think the same way in terms of foreign policy. The Lincoln Project people are now within the Democratic Party. They're Democrats. They want interventions and regime changes and never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts. These people look at the map of the world like a Dungeons & Dragons or Stratego board game. They say, okay, well, they take a hammer and they bang on different parts of the map, and they say, well, we're going to do this, that, this, and all these dominoes will fall, and at the end of the day, what we've done, not only to people overseas, but what we've done is completely immoral to the courageous men and women who fight on our behalf in the United States military. We should have ensured that the civilians who make the decisions never put our soldiers in, not only in harm's way, but in these unwinnable quagmires, these civil conflicts that are created because we removed leaders. And President Obama did it in Libya. And you have Tulsi Gabbard speaking out against this. She's groomed by Russia. Anything they don't like, it's like an absurd insult. Anything, honey, where's the remote control? And you work for the Kremlin, you stole it. They're mindless. The left is like mindless, but they have a bunch of the whole machine. Oh, intelligence officials say. They've never been right about anything. Bay of Pigs, Gulf of Tonkin, WMD, Facebook ads. What have they been right about? And we should revere these people? They just make up everything. And the Times, okay, we can go on forever. WikiLeaks, so Assange, there is time in case there are any individuals who haven't been warned that they should be warned. Okay, Assange to State Department, rogue former employee, intends to release classified State Department cables without redaction or other precautions. James O'Keefe, there is an integrity to Assange's conduct that cannot be denied, whether you welcome his release or not. So President Trump, Project Veritas released today an exclusive audio tape of Assange speaking in 2011 with State Department Attorney Cliff Johnson, pleading with the government lawyer to act to contain the release of information classified by the U.S. government. So you have The Guardian, I believe, won Pulitzer prizes from this. You have The Guardian this is unbelievable. The Guardian and the Washington Post win Pulitzer Prize for Snowden's revelation. How does the Washington Post win a Pulitzer Prize and then go after Assange and Snowden? How does that even work? Pair awarded highest accolade in U.S. journalism, winning Pulitzer Prize for public service for stories on surveillance. This is unbelievable. This is The Guardian. These are the same people, whether it's The Guardian or the Washington Post, that go after now Assange. It's unbelievable. You can't even make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. The Guardian and the Washington Post won Pulitzer Prizes for publishing the material that is now being used to end Assange's life. It's unbelievable, but this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. You know those stories, those political thrillers that you used to see in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Of course, you don't see them now because Hollywood is in love with the intelligence apparatus and DC establishment. But it was always like one man against the world. Well, that one man is Assange. Literally, he's against the entire like the whole world is after him. Okay, and when President Trump pardons him, no doubt the UK will try to still, make his life difficult. But I think that the momentum will be such that officials within the UK will have to do what's right eventually. But I mean that President Trump will cement his legacy. I mean, if there's anybody who watches within, I wouldn't imagine that anybody would be watching this channel from Trump's administration. But if the president were to, he's going to, I believe, do this. I really do. I think momentum is building, but I think the decision is already there. And the momentum here for everyone to find out what's going on has followed the original decision, I believe. But this cements President Trump's legacy forever. Forever. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. You can go to hagoodman.com, subscribe to the newsletter. Political pressure is building for Donald Trump to pardon Assange at the end of his term, and this tape goes a long way to rebooting how he has been portrayed. Look. Media, when anyone goes against a political narrative that Democrats don't like, there's no logic and reason. It's just hit pieces. I've had hit pieces on me, unethical hit pieces riddled with misinformation, inaccurate claims from the Daily Beast, from Raw Story, from like a whole bunch of. There have been journalists that obsessed over me, and I'm like nobody really knows who I am. But my articles went viral in 2016. Okay, in The Hill, The Huffington Post, and Salon. Okay, they want to silence people because they can't deal with ideas. That's why we couldn't talk about, Caligula's laptop prior to the election. That's why we can't talk about things after the election. The ideas, this is why the left and Democrats will never truly be victorious in the long term. Their ideas stink. And like whether it's the Lincoln Project foreign policy or going after people simply because you disagree with them, canceling them out, the Democrats or left, let's say, has no patience for a debate because they know they don't have logic and reason on their side. They can't simply say, oh my God, look at our foreign policy. These emails or these cables are, oh my God, they show the truth about war. I mean, we have to change. They will never, they can't possibly change. And it's not just the Democratic Party, it's also the Republican Party. Conservative, neoconservative type of establishment Republicans. The truth about them is a national security risk. That's why when they say the emails, DNC emails, it was a Russian plot. Do you think the the Kremlin or Putin is so stupid that they would not infiltrate Clinton's servers with special access program intelligence, but they would the DNC emails that are not even classified and, basically touch upon a topic we already knew, that Bernie was being cheated already. And that was just the nail in the coffin, the confirmation. But see, that's the thing. Assange is a publisher. See, the Washington Post and the New York Times, and the Washington Post and the Guardian won Pulitzer Prizes for what they republished pertaining to, what Assange published. Think about that for a second. And where are the Washington Post and Guardian journalists when it comes to these indictments and charges? They were so hard up in trying to find something on Assange. They said, well, he helped somebody acquire we honestly, is there anything we can do to get this guy? They had nothing on him. They had nothing on him. Then the case in Sweden was dropped. Okay, that was dropped because there was no evidence there. Then there was like something in the UK with, there's a technicality here and he didn't. I mean, they just want to torment him. But God bless him and his family. I hope that he's stronger than, the vast majority of individuals on the planet, and, will come out of this, and I trust that he will come out of this completely victorious and healthy and sane and, and can appreciate and enjoy his family and life again. because Julian Assange deserves freedom more so than almost anyone on this planet. And it's like, it's just unbelievable what this world and what our society, our society that values freedoms, what a bunch of malarkey there, has done to this man. And it's like, you know what? It's not just, it's conservative Republicans as well, and it's Democrats, but the fuel is coming from the left. The fuel for all of this is coming from the left. You even have socialists, which is hilarious, going after Assange, like, because of a perceived grievance they have with his with emails he published that hurt the Democratic Party. It's like, you're a socialist and you're defending the Democrats? This is really hilarious. This is so hilarious. The Democratic Party would rather eliminate every socialist on the planet than implement a Medicare for All bill. And that's pretty much a fact. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe to this channel. God bless Julian Assange and his family. And God bless President Trump. God bless President Trump. And God bless James O'Keefe. Give me your thoughts. Thank you. This is amazing. I'll be here in a couple of hours. This is amazing, amazing.